Let's go. Get in here. Get in here right now. Get in here. Hey, we got 30 minutes for the rest of our lives. 30 minutes for the rest of our lives. That's our bad first down. It ain't happening. We get the ball. I promise you one thing. We're going to hit somebody or we're taking downfield for a touchdown. I guarantee you that. Guarantee. Look at me. Look at me. Let's go. We got 30 minutes. Let's go. For the rest of our lives. Let's go. Let's go. Hey. Put your heart on the line. We got to go. Let's go.
And welcome everybody to another episode of DC Sports Daily. This is your host Corey Thesson alongside Jack Maestri.
Hey!
Another day in the nation's capital. Another day that the Nats play. We were at the game yesterday.
That's why there was no episode.
Got really tired and came home and passed out.
I think we both were asleep by 8:30.
Yeah, I was asleep.
We were in the right field seats, so literally the sun was on us the entire game. I felt sick, too.
Spectacular.
Oh, maybe I felt sick because of the DMV hot dog that I ate.
Mm-hmm.
If you go to a Nats game, get the DMV. It is a foot-long hot dog smothered with Virginia ham and Maryland crab queso.
It looked amazing.
It's delicious.
It's a little expensive.
It is $16.
Was it worth all 16?
All those 12 inches were worth every $1.25 that I spent on them.
That should have been. Anyways, yesterday was a great game to be at. One of those games.
Oh, what happened?
Strasburg, complete game. Actually, Strasburg had a Little League baseball game. The big kid on the block.
Yeah.
2 hits, 1 home run. Started us off to get, solo shot to start the scoring off. I couldn't think of how to say that.
He opened the scoring?
Thank you.
Yeah.
And then went out and just shoved. 8 strikeouts, 9 innings. I think he gave up 7 hits, but
most of them to JT Real Muto.
Yeah.
Should have had a third hit in that game, too. But D. Gordon
wanted to be a little
biatch.
Little brat.
Sorry.
But yeah, the biggest ending to me that stood out from Strasburg's perspective yesterday was Real Muto led off with a triple, and he found a way to get out of it. That was just incredible pitching by him yesterday.
So we're going to reference, I'm going to reference the Thomas Boswell article in the Post today quite a bit this episode because I thought it was just a tremendous article on Strauss. But in the article, he talks about how even when Real Muto let off with that triple, Strauss acted like a Ferrari that just clicked out of cruise control and put his foot on the gas.
He didn't even seem shook by it at all.
He was just like, okay, I'll pay attention now.
Back-to-back strikeouts.
Bang. Back-to-back strikeouts.
And then
intentional walk.
And then a ground
and then the pitcher flew out to left.
Right. The ground out to second was in the 9th. My bad.
That was to end the game, yeah.
But before we get into more in-depth into Strasburg, I just wanted to hear your take on, I don't know if you got to read the article on Twitter that I quoted on our Twitter at DC Sports Daily.
Brandon Kinsler's article.
No, not him. About Bryce Harper really not being able to do anything yet.
I read that article in here.
He said all he could do was do calf raises.
Look, you hear this sound, everybody? That's the sound of the old-fashioned gray background newspaper, which I read on a daily basis just because I want to bring you all the best content.
To me, it's a little worrisome.
Headline, Harper frustrated by his slow progress. Yeah, no, I mean, but
I feel like he'll play at 80%.
Here's a little perspective. We are 2 weeks plus 3 days out from his injury, and we have 5 weeks left in the season.
Right, we got a full month. You can progress a lot in a month, but...
Yeah, but here's the thing. He doesn't even have to. I don't need him back for the NLDS, personally. I don't think he's going to be the difference maker of us making it out of the NLDS or not. We are the better team, no matter who we play in the NLDS. We will be the better team, and it's all going to be mindset. And Bryce isn't going to change that one way or the other. If anything, he could be something to rally around and make Rendon go play harder, make Zim play harder, make everybody else say, okay, Bryce isn't here. We can't slack off in the postseason. We got to deliver. That can get us out of the NLDS. Honestly, where I want to see Bryce is in the NLCS against the Dodgers or in the World Series. And there's so much time.
Yeah.
And call me crazy. OT and I talked about it on Office Talk today. We're going to have a Redskins Office Talk segment coming out soon. But we discussed it in the early, basically with Office Talk, we just sit there, I press record, and we just talk about whatever the hell we want to talk about, and then we clip like 6 minutes of like an hour conversation. But one of the things that OT said was that he thinks that this might be the best thing that could have happened to us because, because there's two ways that you can react. You can fold and say, oh, well, Bryce isn't here for the postseason. We have no shot. Well, let's just fold. Or it can be your rallying cry, and it can be the thing that gets you over that hump. Mm-hmm. All of a sudden, you're not even focused on we've been to 3 NLDS and we haven't won a single one. Right. You're focused on everybody's counting us out because Bryce isn't here. Mm-hmm. Bryce isn't healthy. F that. Yeah. Let's go win the whole damn thing. Mm-hmm. And I think we have that attitude on this team. I think Jason Worth is the kind of guy who can spread that attitude throughout the locker room. He can say, Jason Worth will be the guy to walk up to you and say, fuck that, I'm just as good as Bryce. Like, come on.
Well, I don't know why I always think that Bryce is the only one who ever hits in the postseason. He's got like a 196 average in his career,
he just hit some big home runs.
Big home runs for us.
Zim last year in the postseason was our best hitter.
Yeah, and Rendon always comes to rake in the playoffs. Besides, I think he was silent last year, but 2012 and 2014, he was the only other person to hit with Bryce. But it's just the presence. Everybody, of course, you want Bryce Harper in the lineup, but yeah, I like that mentality where not only that, I'm kind of going all over the place with this right now. We have Howie Kendrick. And he's going to hit 300, 350 in the playoffs, and he'll work the count. And having Trey Turner lead off, Jason Worth working the count, number 2. Having Rendon in the 3-hole, he's going to work the count as well. Murphy works the count. Howie's going to work the count. That's a murderer's row.
Yeah, at the end of the day, you look at it, we have too many good players.
Yeah.
And it sucks
good problem to have.
Like, if you had to take one of them out, you probably wouldn't want one of the best of them to be taken out. But at the end of the day, we have so much depth and so much talent that you can take the best player out of this lineup, and it's still a dangerous lineup who can torch you at any given time. Right. A lesser team like the Miami Marlins, they're making a playoff push right now.
Sorry, you ran into us.
Sorry about that. But like if Giancarlo got hurt, their team disappears.
100%.
Yeah. They don't have that depth.
Right.
The Nats,
not many teams.
Bryce Harper disappears, and you're still facing a 2 through 6 in the lineup that you're shaking in your boots.
This is definitely our best team we've had. Working pitchers wise, I think. Like working the count.
Yeah, absolutely.
Killing starting pitchers.
Absolutely.
You look up and the guy's got 100 pitches in the 6th, and that's just because everybody goes to 4 or 5 pitch counts. And even Michael A. has been having better at-bats this year.
He has. He still strikes out, but he's been at least fouling some more pitches off.
Weeder's in an 8-hole in the playoffs.
He's been raking recently.
Yep.
He's just seeing the ball big. It looks like he actually cares about swinging.
It's because, FP.
Oh, as FP said, he moved his hands 1 centimeter out away from his body. But you know what? FP says this shit.
And it's right.
And then it's true. I don't know.
What the biggest thing that sticks out to me on the Nats is Anthony Rendon's our only NL MVP candidate now. And he's got the league leader in WAR, which is wins above replacement. Murph isn't in consideration anymore, I don't think.
It says who? Who are you talking to?
Nationals Twitter today came out and said our only NL MVP candidate and had a gif of Rendon.
No, there's no the national. Show me that tweet because that did not happen. But I guarantee you that didn't come out. Again, we still have 3 NL MVP candidates.
He's on fire and he's leading the league in WAR, which is wins above replacement at 6.7 or something ridiculous, which is awesome to have. So next man up mentality per usual, and I'm really excited about this stretch because I really thought we were going to fold with Bryce Harper going out. Even with the lineup we have.
What, you thought we were going to fold, only win the division by 6 games or something, and then stumble into the playoffs and then just get swept?
Mm-hmm. But no, we proved otherwise because of guys like Wilmer Depot, who just comes out and rakes. Dusty knows how to...
still been playing pretty much the regular lineup. I think he wants to clinch this thing quick.
Yeah. Well, then, because you can afford the last 20 days of the season to rest guys like they were talking about yesterday.
Send the whole roster to Puerto Rico. Let them hang out.
Give them 2-3 days.
Puerto Rico.
Yeah. Bring back Andrew Stevenson and play the scrubs.
The scrubs. The doctors?
No, not the doctors. Doctor is good.
Doolittle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, we covered that. So back
Okay.
to the Strasburg stats.
Yeah.
The guy's unreal right now.
So I have the Boswell article in front of me. So he came off the DL June 2015.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? At that point in his career, that was kind of, it was a make or break moment. It was like, dude, you have been hurt a lot. What are you going to be for us? Are you going to be something like, so since then, he's made 60 starts. His record, not his record, the team's record in those 60 starts is 47-13. Think about that. That is 60 starts. That is over a third of the season going 47-13. That is a 783 winning percentage. Over the last 5 years of Sandy Koufax's career, for the Dodgers, their winning percentage in his starts was only 746. Now, Strauss is not Sandy Koufax, but I don't think, like...
Nobody thinks of how...
Nobody thinks about how good he is,
yeah.
because he's never... He always is just hurt enough, or he misses just enough time, or, something goes wrong where he's not, really being looked at for a Cy Young or any accolades. But, I mean, the dude can rake at the plate still. And he just stands up there and he does his job. He never smiles. He is emotionless. And there was a quote in here. Dusty asked him, "Do you even enjoy your own walk-up song?" And Strauss said, this was Roark talking to him. He said, "Do you even enjoy your own walk-up song?" And Strauss said, "I don't even know what it is, but I wouldn't hear it even if I knew." Like, that's how laser-focused he is. He's just in the zone.
Yeah.
Another point. So, I think a common knock on Strauss is that he is made of glass, not durable, misses too much time. So, since his shutdown in 2012, he's made 134 starts over 5 seasons. In that same amount of time, Kershaw has made 135. Felix Hernandez has made 134, just like him. Arrieta has made 130. Cueto has made 128. Adam Wainwright has made 126. And David Price. This is David Price, okay? Who's one of the most steady pitchers in the league, one of the most consistent. He's only made 5 more than Strauss since 2012.
And what's crazy to me? All those pitchers have been hurt for a long period of time, and no one talks about it.
Nobody.
Kershaw gets hurt almost every year.
Yeah, nobody talks about him. Nobody talks about his durability problems.
David Price has gotten, I believe, Tommy John before in his career. Jake Arrieta's been hurt. Wainwright missed an entire year.
Yeah.
And nobody talks. I mean, I guess probably St. Louis probably talks more about Wainwright than Strasburg, because Strasburg just comes out and he's always one step below that Cy Young. And it's crazy to me. Not only those stats, but what stands out to me and what's going to push us over the top this year, the fact that we have 3 guys in the top 4 of the MLB ERA.
We are the first NL team since World War II. You can remember the years for World War II on your own, because it's not in the article, to have 3 of the top 4 ERA starters in the league. Scherzer, 2.21. Gio, 2.40. That's gone up a tick in this game. And Strauss, which his ERA was in here somewhere.
2.9. Is
Sure.
exactly what it is. That is ridiculous, though.
It is. It's insane.
See us in a 5-game series.
Yeah, and since the All-Star game, our top 5 relievers have a 1.88 ERA and have converted 16 of 17 saves. You can't score on us! You can't!
Just please don't pitch anybody but Kinsler, Madsen, and Doolittle in the playoffs.
Also, Worth called Strasburg the big, hairy, scary, furry animal. So, there's that.
Worth did?
Yeah.
Worth has that room to talk. That is... I just can't believe it. And another stat on Strasburg from yesterday's Little League game that he had. He's the first pitcher in the Montreal-Washington franchise since 1986 to hit a home run and pitch a complete game shutout. It's a pretty awesome stat to be in. So that's only 2 guys in the franchise history. I don't know. He was the only one early on in the game through 4 innings, I believe it was. Strasburg was the only one to barrel a ball.